everyone, and welcome to another bite-sized burlesque lesson. I am Miss Mina Murray from the Boston Academy of Burlesque Education, and today we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, fans. Yesterday I taught a fan dance workshop online, and tomorrow I am teaching a fan dance choreography. So today I thought I'd talk a little bit about fans. This is just a bite-sized lesson, so it's going to be pretty concise. These are, without a doubt, my favorite burlesque prop. These are actually my very first set of fans. They're on the small side, and they have bamboo staves, which is something I'll talk about in a minute. First, I just wanted to wax rhapsodic about my love of fans. From my very early days in burlesque, I wanted to work with feather fans, and I actually bought these within a couple of years of performing from the Scarlet Rose on eBay, and I loved them so much I had her make me 2 more pairs. I'll show you another one in a moment. Apparently, I love fan dancing so much that recently I was looking through my photos from shows, trying to find some pictures that showed off some of my costumes. I really am a very good costumer. But you'd never know because, oh, there I am, covered with an enormous ostrich fan. Oh wait, there I am with my fans up in the air wearing nothing but pasties and a G-string. I really am a very good costumer. I just don't have any pictures of them. All right. To the lesson. So these are folding fans, like so. There are also fixed fans. I was going to show you a really gorgeous example, but it is in the other room, and I am not going to dart off camera and leave you hanging. Like I said, these are bamboo staves, like that. I think there are about 16 of them in these fans. Other options, if you're looking at buying fans, are, hope you enjoyed that look at my butt, acrylic stave fans. So these are actually some really beautiful laser cut acrylic staves, really beautiful sort of Victorian shapes, which is why they're on the outside of my feathers rather than on the inside. My main problem with acrylic staves is that they are really thick, and I have really small hands, so this fan is basically filling my entire hand plus some. So I find them heavy and awkward to use, which is why I like the bamboo. There is another option, and that is aluminum stave fans. And gotta say, I am really tempted by the idea of upgrading from some of my beautiful fans from bamboo to aluminum. Mostly this pair, I love them to death, but the staves are starting to get a little old, and I've had to make some repairs, so these would be a great candidate to upgrade. So what I wanted to talk about today was, other than my incredible love for feather fans, was about how to hold them, which is pretty much the first thing you should be thinking of when you have a pair of fans, because a good grip is going to make a good fan dance. It's just the bottom line. Again, I'm going to try and get close. So, can you see? My thumb is sitting on the topmost stave, and my 4 fingers are gripping the back. This is my favorite way to grip a fan. I find it is, it gets a little like needs a little getting used to. It's a little awkward feeling at first, but I find it makes the fan a more natural extension of my arm. And this is really the way I'm used to holding them these days. Now, the other way you can hold fans, and this is actually the first way that I learned, is just the opposite. You're going to put there we go, 4 fingers in front, and your thumb is stabilizing it in the back. Now, you have to be really careful with this, that there is a total tendency to like do the claw and really grip hard. And this is what the audience can see is your hand. So you want it nice and relaxed. And I've got the fan just sitting, sort of the butt end of the staves, just sitting in my palm. And I just use these fingers like that, nice and relaxed, thumb on the back. But like I said, I prefer thumb out on that top stave, and that is what I'm used to, and that is what I teach. So I'm right-handed. This is my right hand fan. This is my left hand fan, and these fans are handed. That is, they are strung in opposite directions. So you can see again, my thumb sits on the top stave. Right? My 4 fingers in the back for stability. And it will just make things so much easier on you if you have handed fans so that your thumb is always on the top stave. However, these days, if you are buying fans specifically for burlesque, they will usually have an option to make them handed for you. Totally take it. However, back to my first set of fans, these are both right-handed fans. So if you just have 2 right-handed fans, because that is the standard, again, right hand, thumb on the top stave, left hand, your thumb is going to go on the bottom stave. Having some lighting issues here, I'm being totally overlit. So your thumb is going to go on the bottom stave. Yes, it is so much more awkward feeling. It's just something you have to get used to and practice with. But I find that when I use my handed white fans, my arms get a lot less tired. Let's see, what I was trying to say. I don't get as tired as quickly when I'm using those as when I use my black and white fans. You can see pictures of me using those all over the place, which are both right-handed fans, because at the time I ordered them, I didn't know enough to ask for handed fans to be made. So, thumb on the top stave on the right, thumb on the bottom stave on the left. And that is your basic fan grip. And from here, you can do all sorts of things. If you take my workshop tomorrow at 6 p.m., information at studyburlesque.com, I will show you all sorts of moves. For now, I just wanted to point out, what was my thought? Right, good fan grip. Oh, yes. So if you are using the thumb out fan grip, the fans are naturally going to turn with the front of the fan facing the audience. And you may say, well, of course I want that. Not always. If you use the other grip with your four fingers in the front and your thumb in the back, your fan is naturally going to want to turn the back towards your audience, which can make for all kinds of beautiful shell effects. So it's not, one isn't better than the other, it's just what you prefer and what your choreography is going to show. So experiment, find what's most comfortable for you, and one more piece of advice before I sign off is if you are thinking about fan dancing, and I don't want to discourage anyone. I love fan dancing. I love seeing fan dancing. It is a beautiful prop. It is just a quintessential part of burlesque, despite who invented it or whether fan dancing is really burlesque or not. Those are topics for another time. But the thing I would encourage you is if you are thinking about fan dancing and you have never done it before, start with small fans. You could even, I mean, these are sort of a good moderate size. You could even go smaller than this. You can get little plastic staved marabou fans for a few bucks. And then you can work on practicing your holds. You can work on manipulating them without having spent a lot of money. And the bigger your fans, the more strength you're going to need. When I first started working with big fans, I did a lot of weight work to build up my shoulder muscles, and so I would get less tired because they really are heavy. And it breaks my heart when I see these dancers who drop hundreds of dollars on gorgeous fans and then come to me and say, teach me how to use them. And then after just a little while, they say, this is hard. I don't think I like it. So don't be one of those people. Start small and work your way up to the big, gorgeous fans. You will be so much happier if you do. Well, thank you for joining me for another bite-sized burlesque lesson. I am Miss Mina Murray from the Boston Academy of Burlesque Education. I am here every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live. I will be uploading these videos to IGTV, to my YouTube channel, to my Vimeo channel. So go check out the past ones, have fun with it. If you have a suggestion for a topic, a move, a garment for strip teasing, drop me a line, and I am happy to consider making that our next bite-sized burlesque lesson. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, I can be reached through my website, studyburlesque.com, or right here on Instagram, @studyburlesque. Thank you so much for joining me. Go forth and flutter your feathers bravely.